refresh my memory, party. Did you regroup back at the train together, or are some of you still with the frogs at the frog town and the others still at the train?
We were in the liminal time between the frog town and getting back to the train.
Yeah.
It was the departing of frogs that was the end point.
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, for the sake of moving on, you can make it back to the train.
Cool,
if that's your desired place to go.
You know, I'd love that.
I do remember that the other group, at least Flint, had a little prisoner at this time as well.
That is correct.
But yes, you are free to make it back to the train and figure out your next course of action.
I forget what I was doing.
Should have listened to more of that.
You were walking around, just trying to keep an eye on things and figure out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, upon arrival, we'll let them know what the situation is with the frogs, and that they asked us, I believe, to kill a thing. Was that right?
Yes, essentially.
Yes. In the morning, because I think we could all use a nice long rest.
What sort of a thing is it?
That is a good question. Aranoa, do you remember the thing that was described to us?
Oop. I'm too distracted by Steel Defender.
I would have paid so much attention, but it was like weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's really more what it is.
Right.
Yeah. What you had just seen painted kind of crudely on the interior of a tent was like some sort of large insectoid creature. It looked to be quite a few sizes bigger than these very small frog folk.
It appeared to be some kind of bug monster.
Well, I suppose we don't have anything else to do, really, other than wait.
I believe, what was the reason we're helping them for something? They're doing something for us, or is that not right?
You asked if they gave you food. You've come back now with, like,
yes,
baskets of food that you never really inspected, but...
Oh yeah, what's in there?
We'll get to that. But you you asked for food, and they gave it to you, and you were saying, is there anything else, is there something we can do for you? And that's basically what they said. Like,
well, there you go. And we are doing it because they provided us with these. And we open up the basket to reveal the innards for all watching parties.
What you find inside is large, writhing larvae-like entities.
I figured, yeah. Okay. Although, I would probably like that. All right.
Yeah, I honestly don't think Aranoa would be too put off by it either.
I'm not requiring anyone to be put off by it. I'm just stating what you've given as food.
Aranoa starts getting ready to cook these up.
As you can see, a plentiful bounty to keep us tided over until help arrives.
Shaw will just take a little handful and eat them as is.
Well, let me be more specific about the size. When I say large, I don't mean like a horse large, but I do mean larger than a normal size grub, if you will. They're about 6 to 8 inches long and about 3 to 4 inches wide.
I guess I'll grab one then and
like
start
a
munching
salami
on it.
size.
Yes. Like a salami size.
I'm imagining like the scene from Lion King where Timon's holding a bug but scaled up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna skewer one and hold it over the fire that I assume is going somewhere.
There is a fire going at least inside the train. I believe you guys are making a stew. You guys are they were cooking in the galley still.
Oh, right. I guess the kitchen's still usable.
I guess I'll wait to skewer things. I'll take it to the kitchen.
Yeah, they are live ingredients. They're gonna be fresh for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And after a small discussion of maybe we don't tell the passengers what it is exactly, things get put in motion to make. If you stick around for the cooking, they will start to sizzle and pop, much like a bloated bratwurst.
That sounds good. Bratwurst, not.
I'm not promising that it tastes like a bratwurst.
Probably ain't the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Ha.
I understand the sentiment.
Sure. But for now, everyone appears to be warm, fed, and hunkered down in this arguably cold environment. And if you wish, you can certainly start your long rest.
I would like.
Yes.
Well, before that, I want to go over to the bag that I have my small fey in, and assuming that they're not going to do particular harm, I'm just going to open up the bag and say, "You served your time. Like, you can come on out. Don't cause any trouble."
And where are you opening this at? I'm sorry, I might have missed that.
I'm just going to take it outside of the train.
And, like, release it?
Pretty much.
Okay. You will see them kind of crawl up to the top of the bag area and kind of... How did I describe this thing? It wasn't winged, was it? It is in my mind now, but it was not. It was a little man.
I thought it was a little winged guy.
I thought so, too, now, but now I realize I don't think that was true. No. Did you guys just hear that it was winged earlier? When you listened back, you didn't get that far.
I think that was...
Yeah, I just assumed.
No, we didn't get that far, yeah.
I don't think it was. I don't think I ever said it was.
It's whatever you want it to be.
I know.
All right, well, in that case, I let the weeman out.
It will take a few steps into the dirt and look around, look back at you, and do the two tiniest little middle fingers before it blows a raspberry at you in an attempt to run away. And if you don't stop it, it'll begin running into the brush.
It's like, at least ask before you take what ain't yours. And I'm just gonna let him off.
Cool.
Before I go to bed, I will be using the repair action on Steel Defender times.
Okay.
Putting that out there.
What all does it take for you to get him back?
Well, assuming it's just down hit points to like 0 hit points, that brings it closer, not fully back to full hit points, but partially.
Oh, okay.
Also, I'm going to return this bag to whoever it belonged to. I was like, sorry about the temporary conditions. Also, I double-checked the contents. They might
problem
tell
is,
if you left you a present.
You're going to go around and try and figure out who it belongs to?
I believe I figured out who it belonged to after the capture.
Okay. If that's true, then they'll take the bag back.
All right, I think that takes care of my business proper.
I got nothing.
Cool.
Actually, would I know if the giant larvae are fermentable? Probably make some wicked tequila out of this shit.
I suppose if you can do it with a worm, you can do it with one of these.
All right, I'm gonna keep
always try.
Fucking bug juice. The tower will find a place to rest that overlooks most of the group before it settles down into a long rest.
Excellent.
Should we set up watches or... Oh wait, you guys have a thing that allows you to watch while you rest? Is that true?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
More or less.
Yeah, we rest just without sleep.
Yeah, and while being sin-free.
Yeah.
At least for me, you have a different feature.
Where is it?
Should work the same way.
Wow, you have advantage on death saving throws? Jeez.
Yeah, it's easy.
Are we able to get a long rest in?
I'll just want a perception check out of 2 people watching.
I would, of course, hand the shield around.
The Aranoa.
Okay.
Ooh.
Woohoo.
Thanks for the sheet.
Based on those 2 perception checks, you both become keenly aware after like an hour or 2 into the watch that off, away from the... You're like outside doing this watch, or where are you actually? Explain to me where you're at.
Assuming we were all in a single car, which I think I remember was the case. Tower found somewhere like in a corner, maybe. If there's somewhere to get up a little higher, somewhere a little higher. But generally overlooking as much of this space as possible.
Aranoa would try to find any blind spots that Tower would have, as well as having access to windows, hopefully. I don't remember.
You chose the steerage, so there's no windows in the steerage. There's 2 big doors that slide open.
Maybe then I'm posted by one of the doors with it slightly open, so I can just kind of keep an eye outside.
Cool. So the first person that gets alerted is Aranoa. As between the crack that you have opened that you're able to look through, you see something small, tiny rather, if I need to use like size categories of things, kind of dart in through the moonlight and into the darkness of the space that you're in and kind of go past. If you want, I would say, since you see it with that crit too, you could maybe make like a quick dexterity check to try and grab whatever it is if you wanted to, or
it's that
swat
close?
whatever it is. Yeah, well, if you're right there by the door, something has come through the cracks and whisked into the darkness of the space.
I certainly will. So dex check.
Sure. What are you doing? You're grabbing it or are you hitting it?
Oh,
or what are you
grabbing.
doing? Okay.
I would definitely try to grab.
Okay, and you feel just this frail little form as it just slides right between your fingers, but you just get the faint feel of cloth.
Tower?
Tower, you see something almost like, you know how like cartoons handle fleas in a certain it's bigger than that, but like the kind of bounce that it would have like from place to place. You see the small shape kind of bounce from like someone sleeping, and they're turning kind of like off the top of them and down around, and you see like a blanket somewhere kind of move towards it's probably a good 15 feet from you towards the middle of the train now.
Okay, yeah, Tower will approach and wait for it to look for the hopping pattern and wait for it to hop up and try to take a punch real quick.
It's currently under this blanket that I described. It's like under something. You see it kind of like bop, like it's stopped for a minute. So I guess you've moved towards it. Maybe, I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. Tower will stealth up at it.
Make a stealth, please.
Yeah, so creepy.
Oh
dear.
Oh wow! You see something as you start to make your way, and someone you accidentally nudge someone on your way there, who kind of makes a noise, and you see something again scamper out from where it just was, and kind of dart into further away from you into a more populated area. For that's worth. I imagine people are kind of like sleeping around all over this train.
Yeah. Tower will carefully try to not disturb anybody else as it, I guess less stealthily at this point, but more frantically is trying to get a hand on whatever this thing is.
Does it seem like it's doing anything
.exe.
when it's like hopping to different people?
What do you mean?
Well, like you said, it's hopping like a flea from like one person to another?
Just parkour, essentially.
Oh, okay.
For that makes.
I thought you said it was like going to people. Got it.
Well, yes, but
no real time for it to like interact.
It's not like it's not doing anything to people necessarily. At most, it is using people as a springboard to move on.
And if Tower can get an eye on it, Tower will take a swing at it.
Our next contestant on Ellorian Ninja.
How would I handle this?
Would that
just make a general intelligence check to see if you can predict its path.
Sure.
That sounds fair to me.
What was the question, Wendy?
Nothing. It would have. It doesn't matter. It's too late.
Is it?
Oh yeah. No, something literally from back when I made the check to see if I grabbed it.
Oh, okay. I see something from Tower and something from Aranoa. Were you also trying to predict its path?
Oh, yeah. I'm watching this whole thing.
Oh, I see. Well, okay. You definitely know where it's going. Tower, you have no earthly idea.
I try to, point silently because Tower's in that area and it's cramped. There's, people all over, so I don't want to step in there, too.
You watch Tower get juked hardcore, going completely opposite from where you were predicting its path.
Tower! Over there! This way!
Tower!
Look, it's on the one with the green blanket. And, hold on. Do you see it?
Aranoa,
damn it.
I'll give you one chance to just storm up to it, knowing where it's going to be, and make one attempt at it.
Okay, so my question from earlier is, I have something, but I'm gonna actually whisper this over to you, and I just, because it might help me, and I have a question about it, but I'm struggling to whisper. Now I'm panicking. Okay. So would that apply?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure it will.
So I'm just gonna roll Dex, but can you just, consider that as well?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You you're looking at Tower. You snatch whatever it is in your hand. You immediately feel a sharp pain in your finger, and now that it's in your hand, you can see there is a little person that has just stabbed you with a tiny little dagger.
He's just a guy. He's just a little guy.
Did you tell us about this?
I believe so.
Okay. Does it sound like it's the same guy?
Probably. This one has pants, not at its ankles, around its waist.
Tower, we should get Sheriff and see if he can confirm that this is this guy, or that this is the same guy from earlier.
At this point, I'm not sure which one is the sheriff. Can you point him out to me?
You do end up taking 1 point of damage, by the way.
Okay.
Now you take 3 more after the since nothing has changed with what's going on as he stabs again this dagger into your hand.
If that's how it's gonna be, you better stop, or I'm gonna. You're gonna regret it.
You better stop.
I know.
Yeah, Tower will go shake awake the sheriff and point. There's something happening, and I am very confused.
All right. It's like a Psyblade comes out and it's like, "What's the problem?"
Aranoa is dealing with some kind of violent dust mote, and I have not laid eyes on it myself.
Violent dust mote.
You mean like a closet or something, or?
It could be. Yes. She asked for your help.
Sure.
I groggily move my ass.
I lift it up
over.
and say, "Is this the one that you found earlier?"
Are you guys near each other now?
Weren't they sleeping in the same car?
Yeah, we're all in the same car, but
yes, but I'm
You
asking.
know, I mean,
Okay,
I'd
make a perception check.
gingerly pick my way through the people laying around and walk over to where I know he was sleeping.
Okay.
As I
I'm just
definitely
trying
would
to
have known where
gauge
he was
how
sleeping.
far Flint has to look at this small person that you got
I'm
hold of
walking
in a
that
dark
way.
train.
you see, she's approaching now. She's here. It is.
Fortunately, I've got good dark vision, so it's like, do I need to roll something, or can I identify?
No, you saw this person not too long ago. It's the same individual.
Like, I look down to him, look up to Aranoa, back down to the Weeman. Was he stealing anything?
He just ran in here and started jumping all over the people in here. What else is he doing?
Oh, watch out for your hand.
Thank you.
I assume he's gonna attack. Yep.
Totally whiffs.
Fair.
I'm just like holding him by like the back of his neck.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I'll adjust.
All right. I'm gonna look in closely to him. So you got a name?
You get a weird sound of words that you don't understand. However,
Like, you got a name in common?
however,
How racist.
oops. I hope this isn't messing anything up for anyone when I do this. Where is
I
your-
can't say that. You got another name?
Oh, about
none of you recognize the words that are coming out of his mouth.
Oh man.
I'm just going to assume you said something disparaging about my mother in another tongue.
Well, what do we do with him? He's obviously gonna keep coming back. We're sitting ducks here.
Well, sometimes the best thing you can do is make a friend out of an enemy. I'm
Go
going
right
to reach
ahead.
in my supplies and I'm going to pull out a bit of proper ration. I was like, it's late. You hungry?
He'll swipe whatever you're offering to gobble.
All right, and I will offer my hand in order to bring him over towards the fire.
How do you mean?
As in, like, I will offer my hand as a moving platform in order to go over to someplace a little less bitingly cold.
As in, like, Aranoa is holding a lizard, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Come, lizard, jump on my hand," and the lizard is a little person.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
You're just gonna see its eyes kind of do its best to point in the direction of Aranoa, who has them completely secured here.
Well, go and I'll just drop him on Sheriff's hand.
Okay, he'll gain their footing and kind of swat stuff off their pants, the dust from all the excitement, and just stand there cross-armed.
All right, I'll bring him over to the warmth and see if there's anything else that we can do to maybe spark a little bit of camaraderie.
Tower has went back to sleep at this point.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to see if I have like a thimble or some other small object on hand and like put a drop of my hard stuff in there.
I don't have a problem with you having a thimble on you. Maybe Flint likes to sew in his free time. I don't know.
Maybe it's just a very tiny shot glass.
He will drink of your cup.
It's like, I reckon you don't mean to cause any trouble here. I assume you're just out here just kind of trying to survive.
You hear more words you don't understand.
Damned language barrier. Let me double check a feature.
After having watched 5 seasons of Daria recently, that just sounded like a very Daria line. Just, damn language barrier. I don't know why. Just felt very Daria to me. It's so good. Yeah, perfect.
Doesn't need to. Yep. Don't need to speak a common language. Beautiful. And just double check. I'll post the whole damn thing here, but.
Oh my goodness.
Telepathic conversation between you and others.
Yeah, I think I can bring people in. I'm not sure if it has to be willing, but I think they can opt out as a free action. Like, if they don't want to talk, they can opt out of the mind link at any time.
Okay.
I think is the case. So, I mean, as long as I have some people who are here and up anyway, I'm also going to bring Tower and Aranoa into the mind link if they want.
No, Tower's already, like, you guys, he's had a rough day, and then some bullshit happened, he's done. He's going back to his corner. He's over.
98 log off music.
Yep, absolutely. Once, like, Aranoa stopped getting stabbed, Tower lost interest.
Yeah, I can stay up and help.
If you want.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. That's going to be 2 people into the mind link.
Okay. You know that they're a part of it.
What?
You know that they're a part of the mind link. That's what I can say.
Oh, right. I should also roll a side eye real quick. I still have side eyes, right? I somehow still have side eyes. Yeah, and that's 1 hour.
Yeah, it looks like you have 1 hour to communicate with this individual.
I apologize for this intrusion, but this is the best way we have to get past this. To get past the barriers here.
And I don't know why my voice mod isn't working, but I'm not going to fuck with that. So just know that.
You say that, but it's going to trigger of its own will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you're truly fucked right now, which is fine. Anyways, they're just going to kind of wince at the intrusion at first, because they're not really sure what's going on there, but then you'll hear back,
thanks for the food, thanks for the drink.
Yeah, I hope we have no ill feelings towards each other for the earlier incident. It's like we don't often get small individuals raiding through our luggage.
I'm stuck here now, so
I'm
everyone for themselves.
It's like, I'm going to guess you came from the other side of the portal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it just a curious jaunt through the gate, or were you looking to go somewhere?
I was looking to rob the train with my crew.
Oh, so you were a part of that whole ruckus.
Oh shit! No. Just a vacation.
Sheriff, should I tie him up?
It's like, I don't mean no offense, but if he was going to prove a threat to us at the moment, I think he would have proven a threat to us by this point.
You don't think he has more punishment coming his way for everything he did already? There's all those people dead in that car.
I don't do that. I just pick locks, okay? I just pick locks.
You help the people who did.
Huh?
You helped the people who did do that.
Well, come on. Do you know how every job you take's gonna shake out? I don't.
But you knew you were coming to rob a train.
So?
Sheriff, should I tie him up? He's gonna keep trying to rob this train. He came specifically for that purpose.
I think he's already assisted in robbing what was going to get robbed.
Still here trying, but sure.
Look, son, I understand. Sometimes you get yourself involved in something that's... The sheriff manages to stop himself before he says the phrase, get involved in something bigger than yourself. Like, occasionally, you get into some trouble. You run with a bad crowd. If you were with Silas, maybe you should have known in advance that there were going to be casualties. It's like, you did not personally come here to hurt nobody, right?
Of course not.
Do I believe him?
Yeah, can I give me insight?
Sure.
God damn it.
I mean, seems pretty honest. Maybe. I don't know. Could be lying. Probably honest. Why wouldn't he be honest?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what do we do with him then?
Well, under these circumstances. Yeah, like, not directly to him, but like...
Sure.
Like, well, it's like, under the circumstances, it wouldn't feel right to smite the ever-loving shit out of him.
I don't know. I'm following on a different side of things than you are right now, Sheriff.
Well, he's just a little guy. He is just a little guy.
And even despite being so little, he keeps coming back and trying more. Maybe we don't need to kill him. Maybe we just need to maim him. As I look him dead in the eyes.
Are you saying that in the mind link to him, or are you saying that?
No, I'm saying
Flint?
it in the mind link to all three of us. I assume we're having a group conversation.
Well, Flint, I believe, was like trying to direct his thing only to you. That's why I asked.
Oh, I'll have that last sentence. Maybe we don't need to kill him. Maybe we should just maim him. I'll
an
include
intimidation
him.
check.
I'm not the most intimidating, but I'm doing my best bad cop.
You don't see it have much of an effect on him.
I mean, I turn my attention back to Flint.
Really, I'm just deciding how to handle this. So, look, if you ain't looking to hurt anybody, I ain't looking to hurt you right now. If you promise not to cause any more ruckus tonight, I might be willing to let you stay in here. Agreed upon?
Okay.
In the mind link to just Sheriff, I don't agree with him staying here tonight. Are you gonna stay up and keep an eye on him the whole time?
All right, fine. Tell you what, I'm just gonna step outside then. I'm gonna bring the little guy with me. Like, I'm gonna step outside. I'm gonna stay up with our guest as long as I can. I'm gonna set me up a fire out there.
I will set myself up right next to the door again, watching Sheriff while I don't sleep but rest.
Yeah, like the way that I see it, I've got somebody who can do the night watch if I'd nod off.
Howard is very curious as to why we're doing a fire outside now, but remains motionless.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically to Aronoa, tell you what, if I'm wrong and I wake up mugged in the morning, I owe you a drink.
Oh, you won't wake up mugged in the morning because I'll be watching you all night. But I don't want to be getting up to chase this guy unless I absolutely have to, and I will if he starts to fuck with you. I may be cranky tomorrow, so yeah, I might need that drink. And I close my eyes even though I don't need to.
Like, in all fairness, I'd offer you the drink regardless. And I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna offer my last good trust in a stranger.
Aronoa has had enough of that.
Cool. So where are you from?
Yeah, suppose that technically depends on where we intend to be from. I got family up in the big city, but I hail from Mayfield.
Cool.
What about you? What's it like on your side of the gate?
A little bit brighter than this, but not too much. Swampy, where I just came from.
Yeah, we've seen it once or twice.
Yep.
You know that shack that's just outside of the area?
Yeah.
It's like it's been a nagging curiosity for us. Who'd you say is holed up in there?
Make a persuasion check. Oh wow, come on. I clicked on my dice and it's still rolling.
Please hold. Your roll
There
is
it goes.
important.
Oh, okay.
That's Mama's house.
Just a general mama? Your mama?
Not my mama, no.
Just somebody who goes by the moniker?
Yeah, I know. I mean, she's somebody's mama. Sure.
What's her MO? What's she all about?
I don't know.
Just some lady who lives in a shack?
I just know Silas was awfully mad that you went there. I don't think he expected you to.
Yeah, I'd imagine that would ruffle the feathers of anybody. Like, I'm sure he's taking personal offense at all that, but frankly, we didn't mean nothing by it. It was mostly just curiosity.
Well, at least you're not cats, right?
I failed to take your meaning there.
All that curiosity might kill you.
So it would. Now, speaking of Silas, what exactly is that guy's deal? We know he's trying to do something to, quote, fix the world.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently he's using that that fancy artifact thing that he found a while back to do it. What exactly does he want with the train anyway?
I don't know.
They done pay you to get the details, huh?
I just know he needed to get in that train so he could take it somewhere he couldn't get without it. I don't know. It's on a track, for goodness sake.
I assume the plan was to get into the palace without a means of stopping him. That probably would have done it.
Whoa.
Yeah, using the defense systems of the train against the city. It's a hell of a move.
Hey, are you a detective or something?
With a small wry look of pride in himself. It's like, I wouldn't exactly call myself that. I'm a sheriff/adventurer at this point, and I've solved a case or two in my time.
Okay.
Anyway, out of curiosity, what's the going rate for running with Silas these days?
Being part of the New World Order.
Oh, promises.
Sure. I mean, being alive is better than being dead, right?
Yeah, so this New World Order,
Uh-huh.
are we implying some sort of a mass extinction or something?
I don't really know. That sounds fun.
A seat in the New World Order and you don't even know what's going on in it?
I mean,
Really, sounds like he's really keeping you in the dark on this.
it might have something to do with this.
And you'll see he'll kind of unbutton the front of his shirt and kind of shimmy it down to expose his back. And you see this, for him, huge, because it's taking up his full back. But for you, it's this tiny little tattoo work of this big, writhing, coiling snake on his back.
This is pretty cool, right?
This looks familiar, right?
It wouldn't be unlike the symbolism that exists in this world, and you've seen on Silas as well. But for APEP,
Are there any checks I could make on it?
how so?
A religion to find the significance of it?
Go ahead. I think you also have 17 is pretty dang good. Anyways, I would say that individual is the god of evil, fire, serpents, known as the eater of souls. Very chaotic. Destruction would probably be another purview, or things that people associate with the PayPal.
Well, that ain't good.
Can I be straight with you?
You can certainly try.
I don't want to live here. I
I'm
don't
in
like
the
this
middle
place.
It's like in the middle of fuck all nowhere? Yeah, no.
Look, this whole plane stinks. It smells like horse dung. No offense.
I was like, I'd take offense to that if you weren't right about it. Yeah, right about that.
We were supposed to successfully rob the train, no one die, and go back, but, well, I saw how that went. Now I don't have a way to get back. I don't have any coins, I don't have any friends, I don't have any nothing.
Sad story, little guy. A sad story. I am explicitly not going to offer him the use of one of our coins right now.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
It's a hell of a liability. I'm also not going to let on that we have any.
Yep.
Look, I'm sure one day you'll have an opportunity to get back. To be frank, trouble kind of seems to follow us.
Well, it's too bad. That's where everybody always has to meet, you know? When Silas says, let's go, let's do this thing. But I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, I think Flint is also starting to get tired.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell you what, if you feel like continuing our little conversation, we can probably do so in the morning. But for now, I appreciate you having this little conversation here. I understand that sometimes people get caught up with the wrong crowd, thinking strange thoughts, and I don't believe that you have particularly malicious intent.
Oh.
I think we can call this for the evening.
Okay, probably won't be able to talk to you after whatever this wears off.
It's like I can bring you back in on the loop at some point once I had a good rest in me.
Well, good night.
Pleasant dreams. And I am going to let myself go to sleep tonight. I know.
I just
I'm
imagine
going to
like
pray
the
that
camera angle of this, of Flint slowly going to sleep, sitting next to this guy, and you just see Aaron Noah like in the slot of the doorway, like face occasionally lit up by fire, just staring.
I'm going to pray that my trust in another person
Matt,
is
you're
not
not coming
completely
through.
shattered again.
Yeah. It's literally one of those things where you're both in frame, but Flint's in the foreground and you're in the background, and
Yep.
focus just shifts.
Focus shift.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Just staring fucking daggers.
they're like dead cold asleep. Aranoa just watch.
I guess because Erno, you can still see things that go on while you're like that,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So Flint finally taking to sleep. You will see this individual that you did not get a name from just sitting and at the fire for a minute, and after a few minutes pass watching fire, he's going to get up and walk over to Flint, and they'll leave your vision as they crawl into his coat.
I'm gonna stealthily try to get up and see if I can get an angle and see what he's doing.
They may be completely obscured by the coat. It's hard to tell. You can't really see them anymore.
I'll get out of the car if I need to.
And even if you get all the way to Flint, you still wouldn't be able to find them visually.
Like even if I were to lift up the flap of Flint's coat or something?
Didn't say that.
Okay, I will go and I am going to find this guy.
You see in the inner pocket of Flint's coat, as most of these coats would have, he is passed out inside the pocket.
Oh.
He doesn't wake up when I disturb him.
No, you have nimble enough fingers with your tinkering.
What was that?
I said you have nimble enough fingeries? You have nimble enough fingers with your tinkering ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
This is true.
If you choose to leave them alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to go back to my spot and keep watching.
I would say that the morning will eventually come and, things might be offset a little bit, but all in all, you have all gained a long rest.
Yay!
Woo!
Thank goodness.
I know it's 9:20 p.m., so I don't know if we should stop here.
We do. Yeah, we
we
have
do.
work in the morning. Yeah, it's probably a good place.
Yeah, I know that kind of soaked up a lot of the session with a whole lot of.
No, that was awesome. What? No,
Yeah.
that was
Hope we had a good time.
cool and intense, weird conversation. I wanted Flint to ask more, but I understand, like, in that character, in that moment, what the situation was. Like, there's a lot going on, but not a lot being said. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful interaction.
Stuff.
Bunch of awkward tension and praying that I'm not being played like a sucker.
Well, at
Faith
any
and
rate, I don't
humanity restored.
think I have a way to play that outro music
I don't think so.
because of the way Discord has ruined us. But the music plays as you wake up, and Flint finds a sleeping person in their pocket.
Yeah, that's right. Flint won. World, like, 87.
I'm glad.
And this is the day that you've agreed to go help the grungs.
Indeed. Which, that's going to be a whole fun thing. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, this leaves it like as a bigger opportunity for him to actually betray us later.
That's true. Who knows what will happen?
Who knows? That's the thing.